I'm live. I'm live. I'm alive. Hello, everybody. I'm so thankful that you stopped in today. I was feeling a little down since this storm. We did not lose power. We did not have any more damage, but it's just, um, it's sad for all the people down in South Florida that did. And I really feel bad for them. They've lost, a lot of them have lost everything, including family. Anyway, I'm so glad that you're all right and that you are here. Hello, my sister Eileen. And Lana, nice to see you, Lana. Welcome to Miss C's Cottage. I am Miss C. Miss C's Cottage is the home of the Sun Bunny. And this one doesn't have any, well, it does have legs. They're not attached yet, but it does have legs. And I'm working on an arm. And then I'll do ears, and then we'll put it all together. And that is a Sun Bunny. And I make them and give them to people so that they know that Sun Bunny loves them. Because this world is just so mean and wicked and cruel. And we have become a very divisive people. And you're not in my group, and you're in my group. And so we have to stick together. No, we're people. We're human. We're people. We are citizens of the United States. We are children of God. That's the most important one to me, by the way, Lana. And we need to stick together. We need to help each other, and we need to build each other up, not tear each other down. So that's why I make Sun Bunnies. And I give them to people so that they know how valuable they really are to me and in God's sight. So welcome to the channel. Sugar! And Tracy Swan is here. Good morning, Tracy. And Kitty, I remember you, Sharish. Yes, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here today. Today is kind of a quiet day. It's not like a Wacky Wednesday at all. It's just a quiet day where we sit and knit, or you can bring a crochet project in. Today's the day everybody works on their own thing, and we just kind of gather like the old time quilting bees and chat and catch up on the week. Sundays are something new. Wednesdays are really out in left field with UFOs. And today is just kind of, well, it's a day that you leave your shoes at the door. You come in, you put your feet up, and you sit and soak up the love. Whether you work on a project or not, whether it's knitting or crocheting, it doesn't really matter. It's just the important part. It's just to soak up the love for one whole hour while you're here. Lana, I do not sell them. However, I have adopted them. There's Cherry. Cherry and her mom. Her mom is in her 80s, and she crochets blankets for Boggy Creek. I am so proud of her mother. I send her yarn from time to time to keep her going, because I know how important it is to keep those fingers moving. There's Carrie. Hello, Carrie. I'm so glad you stopped over today. I always like to see when people that I admire come into my channel. It makes for a great day. You can weave. Yeah, today is the day to do your own thing. And there's my friend Samantha. Hello, dear. Welcome to the cottage. Lana, a UFO is... I have a disease called startitis, and I have another one called need to know. And when those two get together, I have to begin a project, and I have to see how it fits together. And once my brain sees what it is, if I like it, I'll finish it. Excuse me. If I don't like it, or if I don't like the yarn, or I can't get the yarn and the hook to mesh right, or it's too tedious, or I have to pay too much attention. I also like simple things. I'll put it aside, and it becomes an a work in progress. It's not finished yet. And if it's been a work in progress for a time, it becomes an unfinished object, a UFO. And every Wednesday, on Wacky Wednesday, which today isn't Wacky Wednesday. Why does it say that? Oh, you gotta love YouTube and StreamYard. Anyway, every week on Wacky Wednesday, I give away my UFOs. I give you 3 to choose from. You put your number in the chat, and if your name is chosen, you get that UFO to finish. You usually get the bag and the yarn and the needle and the project and pattern if I still have the pattern in there. But that's what that's all about. It's just something fun to do on a Wacky Wednesday. Originally, Wacky Wednesday was Happy Mail Day, but I don't always get Happy Mail. So I just kind of had to add some extra things in there, and that was one of the things I added. Yes, today is Friday, Samantha. Well, hello, Tina. How are you? And Steve, my love. So good to see you. Lana, we just try and have a lot of fun here. We just try and love each other. And there's my cousin, Granny D. Do I send your project back to you? No, sweetheart. You work on your own project. Work on your blankets that you're working on, and your baby blanket, or your that other one that is so beautiful, the cottage core blanket. Work on that today. Freaky Friday. You know what? I think the storm blew my brain around too. I have some things to show you. This is my wooden paper towel holder, but I took one of the ends off of the bobbins that Premier had, and I slid it on here. So when I put my yarn down and I pull on the yarn, now of course it's not going to do it. It will turn easier because it's on the thing. But this is the bobbin that I got from, not bobbin, this is the cake that I got from Kim Fortune at Fortune Knit Creations. She put out a challenge one day. She has wacky days too. And she put out a challenge one day and she said, anybody who wants a cake, let me know. And I'll send you a cake of yarn and challenge you to make something out of it. Only can use this yarn. You can't use any other yarn. You can't add to it. You don't have to use it all, but you have to use only this cake of yarn for whatever you make. So since she does not have a bunny, that's what this is. This is the yarn she sent me. And in the very center of it is the black. So I am doing black pads on the feet. Let's get you the right side out. I'm doing the black pads on the feet for the arms and the legs. It's going to be fun. Well, hello, Demi. Well, hello, Nisi. I can't type it out, but Nisi. I love you. And so I'm working on that. I am also working on a blanket called the Cooper blanket. And it is a blanket by craftinginthe.night.com. And this is what the blanket looks like. It's 4 granny squares mitered. And then you put them all together with this. You hook them together, and then all around the outside. And then on each corner, to make it a square blanket, which would be out here, you this is corner to corner, where you start here and you go across and then you decrease and decrease and decrease and decrease until you get to the point. And then you take your other color, whatever your fourth color is, and go around the whole outside edge of the blanket. And very, very pretty. Very pretty. And she gives you some color schemes to play with. There's one. And these corners are all corner to corner. And then she gives you some fun coloring pages so that you can make up your own colors if you want. There's another blanket in yellow. This one's in light blue. She's taken the four colors and switched them all around. There's one in the orange. This one's purples. She's got another one. This one I like because the greens, not necessarily those colors, but I'm thinking about making a green one. Anyway, she's got 7 or 8 of them, I think. 7, 8 different color schemes that you can choose from, or 9, 10. There's a Christmas one. Look at that. I didn't know she had 10. And then, color A, B, C, and D. Those are you need 4 colors, what your hook size is, and when you started it. That's pretty cool on her coloring pages. And then she, these are just more coloring pages. I printed extra coloring pages because I love to color. Okay, so there's that. And these are my squares. And I have 4 with the white, 2 with the white in the corner. And I have 2 with the dark in the corner. So my blanket is going to go, you put these together this way, and then the white ones are this way. Oh, here. Okay. And this way. And this is what mine's going to look like. Kind of, sort of, if you can see it. Anyway, it's going to be really, really nice. I got that started. And the blanket that I really, really love, really like, is Heidi. Hello, sweetheart. And Isabella's here. It's called the Cooper blanket. By Crafting in the Night. craftinginthe.night.com. You can find it. Thank you so much, people in the chat, for helping out, because I don't always read the chat. Sujan, I am safe. I am safe. This is a very, very safe home. It's concrete block. We're not going anywhere. You're working on granny squares for Boggy Creek. Everybody's got granny squares growing. I think Dana Wonderlust, she's got some elfin squares going for Christmas blankets. Boggy Creek has got squares going. I don't remember. Somebody wants 4-inch squares and somebody wants 6-inch squares, and I can't keep them all in my head. I took a shower and I don't know what this hair looks like, but I do apologize. The other blanket that I really, really love and I'm really enjoying doing is I'm proud of you, Samantha. I'm proud of you. I know it's hard for you. You have startitis like I do. You like to see things started, but it's really hard to finish them. So I'm really proud of you for working on that and finishing. You so love to watch me. 24 years. You know what, Heidi? It doesn't, most days it's good, but some days it doesn't matter if it's 4 years or 2 years or 24 years. It just, that rogue wave comes out and sucks you under, and you can't do anything but just ugh. Anyway, my favorite blanket has been Trisha's Luck of the Draw. Mama Swift is doing a Luck of the Draw this year for Nan, and it is number 9. And my colors are right here for Luck of the Draw. And each week she reaches in and she pulls out a number, and that's the number of the that's the color, the number of the color that we do that week. We are currently, yesterday she pulled out a color, and for week 8. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because we're not supposed to. So if you want to find out, you got to go check it out. But here is my Luck of the Draw blanket number 9. And I'm just really loving this blanket. And it's so easy to do because you start out with 3 rows of double crochet. And you know that I love the foundation stitch double crochet. So by the time you've got your foundation chain done, you also have your first row of double crochets done. You do 3 rows of that, and then she picks out a color, and whatever number she picks out, you match up to the 1 through 8 colors that you've chosen, plus a main color for your blanket. And the first color she chose was number 3. And my number 3 is this one, the turquoise is my number 3. So I started out with my 3 rows of my main color. Three rows of the main color, and then you do a row of double crochets, an open row, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and then another row of doubles. And then to get ready for your second week, I put on 3 more rows of my foundation chain. And then when she gives you the second color, then you're ready to go. And then the third week, she gives you the third color, and so on until the 8 weeks are up and your blanket's done. And you can put a border around it, and it works out to be just a perfect Camp Boggy Creek blanket. Pebbles! Sunita's here. No, Samantha, you know Fridays are just sit and knit. They're just quiet, sit and knits. There's Sharon. Hello. I love it when Sharon comes in. Sharon is just, she's the perfect friend. The last week, Samantha, for the Luck of the Draw, we're on week 8, and I think there's 10 weeks, so there's 2 more weeks. Thank you. I don't know how that got up there. Oh, Tammy, I love you. You try to be. You don't have to try, Sharon. You just are. Ah, there's Jacqueline. Hello, my sweet friend from Ireland. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let's see. Did I show you everything? Well, I've got a couple squares. And I was just looking at Dana's Wonderlust, and she ordered a book, Kindle, on her Kindle, that is 365 granny squares, and it looked like it would be pretty good. And then I was reading the reviews, and someone in there said that they didn't care for the Kindle version because the picture and the directions weren't right there together, and she had trouble with that. So, excuse me. So I had to try and I have to think that through, and I have to probably go back and look at a page. Oh, I'm glad to see. There's Rosie. Hello, Rose. Oh, Sherry Knowles, one of my first friends. It's going to be a good day, Sherry. Every day with you's a good day, sweetheart. Sherry and I got to be friends by mutual agreement. Okay, I have one other thing to show you. I think I have only one other thing. No, you know me. I have startitis. I have this one going. And I am really liking this blanket. It is Premier Yarn, of course. And it is a variegated. So here's a little bit of yellow on this end. And this is a shell stitch. It's really, really fun. Let's see. You start out and you can chain 3, or you can do a stacked single, or whatever you want to do, or stacked double. And you do 2 more doubles in that first stitch. And then you skip 1 and you come over here to the center. You come over here to the center of this 5 shell, and you do a single crochet in that center double crochet. And then you come over here to the single crochet in this row, and in the back loop only, you do 5 doubles. You make your 5 double crochet shell. And then you single crochet in the third double of the shell, the center of the shell. And there again in the back loop, you make a shell. And by doing it in the back loop, guess what? It makes it stick out. So I know you can see the little puffies, because you do it the back loop this side and you do it the back loop this side. So you've got a blanket that's the same on both sides. And that's a fun blanket. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I'm still working on this one. And this one, I have no clue what it is, but I know how to do it. And this week, Mara has a day off today because it's in-service day or something. She had a day off today. I love, sit down and make this with me, shows. And the best teacher that I know that has sit down and make this with me is Sanita, my Bonita Sanita Yarnita. So this week, I sat down and made Casper the Friendly Ghost. Isn't he the most stinkingest, cutest thing you've ever seen? Woo! Now, she had real arms on hers, but I like to do things the easy way. I am all about instant gratification. So I just did this like a yoke, and I went bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I got long enough for the arms. And then I just skipped these 5 stitches or 6 stitches and went around, and then skipped these stitches and went around and continued on with my ghosty. But oh, I think he is just so stinking cute. I love him. And I told Elmo, Mr. Elmo, he's a man. He does not do holidays. He does not decorate. And this home can get really frustrating, boring, depressing if you don't perk up things. And so I told him, what do you think, Mr. Elmo? And he said, yeah, it's cute. And because he does like my crochet, he thinks I'm the only one that crochets. We have an empty room, so I'm hoping we get another crocheter, but it remains to be seen. Probably nobody's going to come here now since the hurricane. Anyway, I said, I think you're going to do a bunch of these and hang them up on the on the mantle on the fireplace in the great room, in the common room here. And he's like, whatever. He's so supportive. So this is the only one that I've made so far. Hello, Kim. No, he doesn't celebrate holidays. He doesn't celebrate. He's kind of like a Eeyore. He doesn't celebrate much at all. But that man loves to drive. Michelle. How are you doing, Michelle? And Melanie J is here. Hello, sweetheart. I'm so glad to see all of you guys come in. Okay. I think that's all I have to show you. That's all I have sitting around here today. Oh, no. No, of course not. There's always one more, isn't there? Yes, of course there is. Okay, you know that on Tuesdays, my sister-in-law comes over, and we sit and knit and solve the problems of the world, drink tea and pee. And that's what we do on Wednesdays. So she brought a blanket that she's working on, and it's so easy and so pretty. And I just happen to have these Premier anti-pilling DK colors from Premier. The batiks are a 3-weight yarn, and they make beautiful blankets. And I think they were on sale at Premier, like 3 in a bag for $8 or 3 in a bag for $12, or it was ridiculous. So I got a bunch of them in a bunch of different colors. So I just happen to have this one. This one is called Fuzzy Chick because of the yellow in it. And it's the cutest blanket. And there again, I started with a foundation, double crochet bottom. And then when you start, you do 2 double crochets, you skip a stitch, you do 3 double crochets, and then you come back and pick up that stitch that you skipped. And that makes this slash. And then you skip a stitch, you do 3 double crochets, and then come back and you pick up that skipped stitch to make this slash. And when you turn it around and you do it the other way, it makes this stitch. And the nice thing about this blanket is you can either do row and row and row and row and row, or you can do a length that you want and do your blanket widthwise. And it is just as pretty because you have these V stitches. You have the V stitches in there. So whether you have it this way or this way, it doesn't matter. It is a pretty stitch, right? And because it's double crochet, it's really, really quick because you've got a double crochet. So you're doing a 1/2 inch a row. I am, Sujan, I am. I'm giving away all my UFOs and I'm finishing the ones that I'm starting. So, because these are baby blankets and you know I love baby blankets. And there's so many people who have had babies lately that it's nice to have them and then put them in your, if you have a linen closet, you've got sheets and towels and you've always got an extra room for something. I like to keep blankets in there for when I need something. I can go and pull it out, whether it's a lap blanket or if it's a blanket that's big enough that you can fold in half and use as a shawl or, shoulder covers with a pin. Lydia. Oh, no. Well, Lydia, you just come and sit down. You can work on a project or you can just sit and soak up the love today, sweetheart. I could not do the funeral. I could not do it. And he passed away in February, and I think it was May before I had it together enough that I was able to do a memorial service for my Tom. I couldn't do it. I wasn't ready to say goodbye. And I knew where he was because God had told me he's here with me. And I knew that, but I wasn't ready to let go of him yet. So, which is awful. Because if you don't let go, you don't live. But that is a sad thing. Work through your grief, but don't live in it. That's my advice, Lydia. See, Michelle, there's another one. There's another one coming. I'm telling you, these young people, they just don't quit. And is Sister Susie here? I didn't see her come in. It is. It is. Tom and I were married for 34 and a half years. And yeah, Sharon, and still you miss him, don't you, sweetheart? Oh, I missed it, Susie. 1432, or else just 32. No, 23. 23 is me too. Me too. TOO. Me also too. 32. It is. It's one of the hardest losses. We were married 34 and a half years. That's a long time out of your life. And then gone. I don't know which is harder, a divorce or a death. I've been through both. And I don't know which is harder. I guess each one brings its own hardships, huh? So are you getting oxygen, Susie? Okay, Michelle, I missed something and I got to go back for it because I don't understand. Let's go back and find Michelle's comment. Oh, there's a little wren out here, but I don't think it's really a wren because it has yellow on its tail and I can't figure it out because it's not a, what are the yellow finches? It's not a finch. She'll induce February 27th at 37. What is the full time, Michelle? How many weeks is the full time? I don't know. Death is harder. Mine's the 5th. Okay, so you do have oxygen. Okay, I worried about that. 40 weeks. Okay. Samantha, how did you know that? You don't have children. "38 is ready, but 40's well done." I love you, Sanita. Oh, yeah, if mom has diabetes, they will, yeah. Mr. Elmo, are you making a lot of coffee? Is there enough for me to have one?
Make it 2 cups.
Oh.
One for you, one for me.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. He had to go out this morning, so I think he took the last of the coffee with him. But he's making a new pod. A warbler or a waxwing? Oh, it could be a warbler, Steve. I don't think it's a waxwing. Do they have yellow on their tails? Anything? Oh, Sanita, you are so funny. Oh, you are so funny. Oh, I'll tell you what, Tammy, it smells good right now too. I'm up in the common room and the kitchen is just the next one over. So both do. Okay, so it's bigger than the little wren that's usually here. We have a Carolina wren, and I call her the loudmouth lime because she's got that tail going chip 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 chip. She's so loud. It's got 2 yellow spots on its tail, one on each side. It's so bright and pretty. I'm gonna have to look up in the book, Steve, and see what it is. Chickadees in the water bath. Oh, you're an aunt. Okay, so you're well versed in babies. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look it up, Susie. Red-breasted finches in the backyard. Ooh. Well, this little red wren, she's rust colored, but she is such a loud mouth. I'm telling you. When I first moved up here to the home, we had yellow finches, yellow rumped finches, but I haven't seen any red-breasted. Okay, that's different than crusted. I have red-crested lizards here. I see them outside my window sometimes. Is Thriss here? Hi, Thriss. I love you so much. I watched you last night. I love you bunches, sweetheart. Thriss has got a new baby too, don't you? New grandbaby? Oh, there goes the phone again. Too Curious Crochet. And Jeanette is here. Yes, we do. Well, I got a new baby and my other half in December 22. It's a little girl. Ah. It needs to get an eviction notice. Oh, yes, I was going to mention that today, Thriss, and I forgot about it. Someone remind Thriss about the person who uses bulky yarn for shelter pets. She's got a bag of it to go, and Sister Susie says, it's Too Curious Crochet. Suzanne Fenton is here. Tammy's here. Thriss is here. Samantha's here. Susie's here. Lydia's here. Pamsky's here. Sherry's here. Diana Major is here. Hello to you. And Mara and Dawn Aaron. Hello, sweetheart. We're just talking about you. Well, not really. I was thinking about you because Sharon's here. And you and Sharon and Dawn P are always the three musketeers in my head. So that's and Zachman. And Brenda's Knots and Loops. She uses them too. Thriss, you're welcome. You know, if you need anything, you can always ask. My sister Eileen. Okay, down to the bottom again. How's your knee doing today, Lydia? Okay, we only have 45 minutes left, and I haven't even started on my knitting. Okay, this is one that I am finishing, and look how far I've gotten on it. I'm doing pretty good on it. And I've decided that I can't sit down and finish it, but by hook and by needles, Sam is making blankets out of her scrap yarn. She's knitting one and crocheting one. I think this is a brilliant idea. She's knitting one and she's crocheting one using her scrap yarn. And what she's doing is she's working on subscriber numbers. So if you have not subscribed to Buy Hooks and Buy Needles, Sam, you need to go over to her channel. She lives in Australia. It's one of my favorite countries, and I've been there, I think 4 times I've been to Australia. I think I've been there 4 times. She lives in Melbourne, and I have a pen pal who lives in Melbourne, but I thought it would be cool if they knew each other, but I don't think they do. And she is making 2 blankets. Let me stay focused here. One is knitted, one is crocheted, and she's using her scrap yarn. And what she's doing is for every so many subscribers she gets, and I don't know whether it's 3 or 5 subscribers, she does a row on her blankets. She'll do a row on her crochet blanket, and she does a row on her knitted blanket. There's my Joy just came into the room. There's Hooks and Needles by Sam. Sam, I'm just telling them about your blankets. Is it every 3 or every 5 subscribers, new subscribers that you get, Sam, that you put another row on each blanket? I think it's a brilliant way to celebrate your first yarniversary, or whatever they call those. Every 5, okay. I couldn't remember whether it was 3 or 5. Sherry, welcome to the group. I knew you and I were connected on more than one level. Sam is marvelous, and if you don't work along with her, just sit and listen to her. Her accent just takes me right back to Australia. It is. It's a wonderful, brilliant idea to mark your channel growth. And at the end of her podiversary or yarniversary 1-year thing, thank you, Samantha, from one Sam to another. And I know you don't like being called Sam, but in this instance, I thought it fit. Once you get to 1K, both blankets will be the giveaway. Oh, yes, I'd forgotten about that part. Once she gets to 1,000 subscribers, she's going to give those blankets away as prizes. You just have to know that the people down under are brilliant. Yeah, if you don't have Samantha, you need to go, and if you don't have Sam, you need to go. If you don't have Samantha, you need to go over there too. She's working on subscribers, but I don't even know where I am anymore. I quit counting. It blew me away to get 1,000 overnight. That Wanster shouted me out one evening on his channel because I had made him a purple sun bunny, and he showed it, and he actually, it amazed me. He actually had to shut his program down and compose himself before he could come back up. And it meant so much to me that it touched his heart in that way. He doesn't have a grandma anymore, and so apparently whatever I said, it touched him so deeply that he lost his composure and had to go on neutral. Anyway, he shouted me out, and on overnight I got over 1,000 people. So I still haven't recovered from that. You did, Diane? Thank you. Yeah, I think she's brilliant. She was on Kim Fortune's show. I had seen her name before, but I'd never met her or seen her face. So when she was on Kim's show, I like to watch Kim in the morning from 8:30 to 9:30 and just sit and have coffee. It's an hour like this one. You just sit and chat, and And if you do work, you do. And if you don't work, you don't. And it's okay. But she had Sam on, and Sam was working on some stuff. And I just love her accent. Ooh, apple fritters. And Mr. Elmo just made coffee. So if y'all didn't get any lunch today, there's apple fritters in the kitchen, and there's fresh coffee made. Sherry Knowles says, Zach, tag, you're it. Lana subscribed. Yeah, Sherry's awesome like that. Create and relate. Hi, Kitty. Oh, yes, Kitty. You were here the other day. Welcome back. I'm glad that you liked the cottage so much that you decided to come back. I'm going to have to get over to your house and subscribe, Kitty. I haven't seen Bonnie today. Has anybody seen her? Well, Mara, grab a apple fritter for your second cup of coffee. Pumpkin bread. Oh, that sounds good too. And it's this time of year. Well, good. I'm so glad you enjoyed your time here, sweetheart. And there's my friend Jessie the Gypsy. Jessie, I got it finished and I got it bagged up and I got it ready to send. Melanie J says, my first cup of coffee here. Well, get yourself an apple fritter. I was an overnight sensation. I went from, I think I had 86. And I think I had 86 people on my channel. It was January, February, maybe March. I don't know. I started in January of this year. So it hasn't been a whole year for me. But overnight I had, I don't know, 1,200 or 14. I don't know what I have now. But I was like, what? Somebody made a mistake. And then the next time I came on, I kept getting all these names. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Juan sent me. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Juan sent me. It was like, whoa. Well, Sherry, you're not 77 yet, so you're still younger than me. You know, Aldi's makes flatbread. They make kind of like pizzas, and they're mascarpone and mushroom flatbreads. And if you make a spaghetti dinner or a lasagna dinner or something, instead of making garlic bread, oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. You are a blessing to me, Kitty. Thank you for stopping in. You know, I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And I'm okay with that. And I figure if God likes me, I'm good. If God doesn't like me, I better take a look inside and see what's wrong. Because you don't want God on the wrong side of you, ever. Knitting on an anthology throw. Now, Melanie, you're going to have to tell me what that is. Really? Cinnamon can be a poison if you can overdose on cinnamon? That's an interesting fact. Susie's grandma would be 104 yesterday. Wow. Sally! Yeah, I do. I live by the Popeye lifestyle. I am what I am, and that's all what I am, and I'm okay with that. And I love my spinach. Your hands won't cooperate. You know what? You can hold a knitting needle. Well, can't get my arm around it. If you use the long ones, you can hold. Well, this isn't very long. No, that's not much longer. I don't know. You can hold a knitting needle in your arm. You can't see that, can you? You can hold a knitting needle in your arm. Can you see that? And, well, let's see if I can do it with this. I'm going this way with it. So, so I can hold this knitting needle in my arm. And of course it's longer. It's going to be longer. And you don't have to hold the needle. You just have to hold the yarn because the needle's already there. And you do all the work with this hand because the needle is steady. So you do that, you hold the tip, you take your yarn, wrap it around, and you take it off with this hand. So that might be something for you to try. It doesn't work with circulars, so you've got to use the longer. Yeah, Lana, I want to know too, what is an anthology blanket or throw? You know what? You can do it whatever way works best for you. As long as you keep one needle stable, you can work with the other hand. If this needle is stable, you can work with your other hand. You go out, you pick up a stitch, and then this takes it off. And this always stays in place. This one never moves. It's all this one. So, Rita, another one of my favorite people. It's called arm knitting. Yeah, I think the Irish do it. If Jacqueline's in here, she may be able to tell us. Steve, you're so smart. It's a circular throw. And there is Faith Louise, Unique Amazing Stripes. Hello, hello, hello. She is remarkable, isn't she, Mama Llama Kayla? If you don't know that woman, you need to go check her out. She has Raynaud's disease, and Raynaud's disease affects the nerves in your extremities, and it causes the nerves endings to die, and then the digit begins to die. And she has lost everything, I think, on her right hand but her thumb. She has no fingers, and she crochets. She has not let it stop her. And she hasn't become depressed, and she doesn't complain about it. She's one of the most remarkable people I know. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. We have chatted away this whole hour. Yeah, you check on arm knitting. Check on Mama Llama Kayla. Check on By Hook or by Needle Sam. And check on Fortunate Creations. Fortunate, FORTUNEKNITT Creations. Oh no. I don't know what she'll do if she loses him. What do we owe no and Lana? Oh, she did? Oh my goodness. I did not know that, Lana. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, guys, it's 1 o'clock. I need to go. I love you all. And may God hold you in the palm of his hand until the storms in your life go away, which is probably the day you die. I love you all. And remember, somebody loves you too.